It's time for a wellness revolution. Brought to you by Hotze Health and Wellness Center. Honest discussion on maintaining health and wellness naturally to enjoy a better quality of life.
He's the doctor fighting to let you keep your doctorate.
Now, Dr. Stephen Hotze.
Welcome to Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution. I'm Stacey Banfield here with Dr. Stephen Hotze, founder of the Hotze Health and Wellness Center. And as always, or if you haven't done so yet, then you need to go to hotzepodcast.com. That's HOTZE podcast.com. Download all of our podcasts. We've got a bunch out there, all good information. And today we are talking about the magical properties of CoQ10. Why should we be taking CoQ10, Dr. Hotze?
Thank you for asking that question, Stacy. Thanks for the introduction. And thank you for joining us here today on
Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution.
That's the name of it?
Because everybody needs a health coach.
There you go. Well, listen, I believe this, that you need a doctor and a staff of professionals who can coach you on a path of health and wellness naturally without pharmaceutical drugs. So you've got energy, you got vim and vigor, you got get up and go. You've got enthusiasm for life. That's what you want to have, isn't it? Does that make sense to you? Well, that's what I believe you need, and that's why we built Hotze Health and Wellness Center, is to provide you an opportunity to do a 180 and take charge of your health under the direction of a coach. I like to say it like this. We're the coaches, health coaches. You're the health athlete if you choose to do a 180 and take charge of your health. You're in the health Olympics. Guess what? We want you to win a gold medal. I hope you do too. So like any coach, we're going to make some recommendations for what you need to do, what your regimen is going to need to be like. Mm-hmm. Guess who's got to do the heavy lifting? You do, and you're the one that wins the medal, not the coach. But we're here to help you and hold you accountable, so don't hesitate to call us. That number's
281-698-8698.
That's it, 281-698-8698. Okay, I want to talk to you briefly about coenzyme Q10, which is a very important molecule made by the body, made in the liver and in all the cells really, but primarily in the liver. And it's made using the same enzyme that makes cholesterol. That's important. Remember that. The same enzyme in the liver, which is called HMG, coenzyme A reductase enzyme. That enzyme, you don't have to remember that, but that enzyme produces two products, one cholesterol, two coenzyme Q10. Coenzyme Q10 is an energy molecule within our cells. Every cell in your body has a power plant. It's called the mitochondria. Some cells only have one. Some cells have thousands. I'm talking about heart cells have thousands of power plants in each cell. So does the brain, so does the liver. These are important organs, and they need to produce a lot of energy. You can imagine the heart's beating 72 times a minute, and how many times an hour times that, and it's 100,000 times a day. It's beating a lot. It's got to have a lot of energy to be able to function day in and day out. You think about it, the heart hasn't stopped beating since you were born, since you were really conceived. Think about that. I think the heart develops about 1 month or something like that, and you got a little heart 1 month in the womb, and it's been beating ever since. So you've got to have a lot of energy to make that go. And the energy molecule is coenzyme Q10. In the cell, it takes the, mind you, the energy that produces the power plants is electrical energy. Okay? You're literally a bundle of electrical currents. And you want to be a high voltage producer. You want to have high voltage, produce a lot of electrical current, so you'll be healthy. People that produce low levels of energy are sluggish. They don't think well. They're overweight. They don't have energy. They don't sleep well. They ache. They can't perform. Their bowels don't function. They get recurrent illnesses. They're sick people because they're low energy production. We don't want you to be that way. We want you to be high energy production. Coenzyme Q10 is critical for that to occur. As we age, like many of the other substances the body produces, coenzyme Q10 levels begin to decline. If you take a statin drug, it just stops the production of them, and that will adversely affect your cardiovascular function, your brain function, your liver function, function of all your muscles in your body. People, when they get on these statin drugs and their coenzyme Q10 levels go down, which, by the way, the active ingredient is ubiquinol, ubiquinol, ubiquinol. That's the active coenzyme Q10. We sell both coenzyme Q10 and the active ingredient ubiquinol here at the Hotze vitamin store. But that molecule is extremely important. Now, coenzyme Q10 has been used in Japan to treat heart failure since 1974. And I have seen patients who have seen cardiologists who practice in the great medical center here in Houston, Texas, who have never, checked their coenzyme Q10 levels. These are guys with heart failure and have never given them any coenzyme Q10. Now, I'm a big supporter and appreciate Dr. Stephen Sinatra. He wrote the book, The Great Cholesterol Myth, and I followed him. He's a cardiologist, board-certified cardiologist in Connecticut, who uses coenzyme Q10 extensively in heart disease. And he told me, he was on a podcast a while back, and he said, in my career, I've saved at least 80 to 100 individuals who were on the transplant list by simply getting them on coenzyme Q10 and several other key minerals. But coenzyme Q10 is the key because it enables a heart to have energy within the cells so that it can function and operate. Remember, a heart that's in failure is a heart that has low energy production. It's flabby, it's weak, it can't generate enough energy to function properly. What is coenzyme Q10? It enables the cells to produce energy. So it's very, very important. It carries the electrons from the various foods and nutrients we eat and from other molecules in the body, vitamins and minerals, as well as from oxygen, carries those electrons into the mitochondria, the power plant within the cell, and enables that power plant then to transfer and build a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which carries that electron molecule to other parts of the cells so the cells can function and carry out all the biochemical processes. So it's very important for good health to have very good levels of coenzyme Q10, which are rarely even checked by doctors. And historically, we haven't checked them here because we haven't primarily treated heart disease. But we always give coenzyme Q10 to our guests, knowing that it's a benefit, especially as you get older. It's a benefit. And so I tell you, if you're on statin drugs, I don't believe you ought to be on a statin drug. If you're on it and you don't want to get off on it, you've got to take coenzyme Q10, at least 300 to 400 milligrams of coenzyme Q10 because your body's poisoning that. I mean, the drugs are keeping you from producing that. You've got to have that in order to have any hope of getting your heart healthy. I'd recommend not being on the statin drugs to any of our guests, and I would also encourage them to get on coenzyme Q10. So we always get our guests on coenzyme Q10. There have been a few heart patients that have come in to see me, and I have checked, and guess what? Their cardiologist hadn't even checked their coenzyme Q10 level, but they have them on statin drugs, which I know is poisoning their ability to make coenzyme Q10, and I know how critically important it is for heart health. And yet they don't even check it, much less give any supplements because they're poisoning it. So I do what I do with those guests, get them off the statin drugs, get them off coenzyme Q10, and it's amazing how much better they feel once you begin to get them off the drugs that are poisoning their body, and you begin to put them on the vitamins and minerals that enable their bodies and cells to function naturally and healthfully. That's what's really important. So coenzyme Q10 is really key and critical. If you have heart disease, highly recommend you be on coenzyme Q10. If you have congestive heart failure, you need to be on a lot of coenzyme Q10. And I hope this helps you. We carry that product, by the way.
Yes, we do carry a high-quality CoQ10 here at Hotze Vitamins.
As a matter of fact, it's ubiquinol.
Ubiquinol. All you have to do is go to HotzeVitamins.com. That's HotzeVitamins.com. Or you can give us a call at 1-800-579-6545. 1-800-579-6545. Talk to one of the ladies in the vitamin store. They can definitely talk to you more about the benefits and also the dosing. The dosing is very important as well, as Dr. Hotze mentioned. Well, it's been a pleasure for having you joining us here today at Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution.
Information information provided on this radio program is neither intended nor implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice and is not intended to replace the services of a physician, nor does it constitute a doctor-patient relationship. You should not use information from this radio program to diagnose or treat a health problem or disease without consulting with a qualified healthcare provider. If you have or suspect you have an urgent medical problem, promptly contact a professional healthcare provider or call 911. Dr. Hotze's Wellness Revolution radio program advises you to always seek the advice of a physician or other qualified health provider prior to starting any new treatment or with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Any application of the recommendations from this radio program is at the listener's discretion.